Welcome back to the channel. This week we take a look at another 40-foot boat, this time one on the used market that represents a great value. Coming up. So last week on the channel we talked about the Regal 38 SAV, and we talked about how boats today are quite expensive, and so I said I'd try to see if I could find a more reasonable price boat on the used market. So we've done that, and we're going to take a look at the Regal 42 Sport Coup. It's no longer made by Regal, so it's available on the used market, and we can take a look. And remember, if you like this type of content, please subscribe, click the like button, and ring the bell so you can get notified when we put out new content. So the Regal 42 is a coupe style boat powered by twin diesel Volvo IPS. She ranges in price on the used market from about a low of $289,000 to a much newer one closer to $400,000. If you recall our recent boats, that's about half the price of similar size brand new boats. Next week, we're going to take a look at a boat that clocks in closer to $200,000, maybe $220,000, so you can see the complete range of age versus size versus price. The 42 Sport Coupe is in fact 42 feet long overall on a 13-foot beam. She weighs in at 20,500 pounds, and she carries 276 gallons of fuel and 70 gallons of water. As I mentioned, she's powered by IPS pod drives that give her great fuel efficiency, and at cruising speed of about 28 knots, she's getting about 1.4 miles to the gallon, which is pretty extraordinary for a boat this size. Her on-deck arrangement is pretty straightforward. She has settees in her cockpit with an available table. Aft, behind that, she has a sun pad leading to the open engine hatch and a very large swim platform. Below decks, she has two staterooms and two heads. Both heads, in fact, are split arrangement. All the way forward in the master stateroom, there is a head separated by the shower on the opposite side. Amidships, she has a salon with a dinette and the galley, and then midships, she has another cabin with a commode and shower separated by the sink, which is in the main cabin space. So while I'm relying on photos and video for this walkthrough, I have been on a Regal 42 multiple times, and I have to say she's a beautiful boat. She has lots of space, and the fit and finish is excellent. In fact, this is a boat that we have had our eye on for a number of years before we bought Calypso 2. The lower salon has a dinette on the starboard side, and on the port side is a galley. The dinette also includes a seat with a footrest to make it extra comfortable for watching movies. Forward is the master stateroom with an island berth, and as I mentioned, a shower on the starboard side and a head on the port side. The aforementioned galley, which is quite nice, except for I will point out that the sink is a round sink and not super functional when it comes to use for washing dishes. The midship cabin has two berths, and while smaller than the master, has headroom on the port side, and so you can stand up and use as a changing area. And as you can see, it also has this vanity in the main area, and then an enclosed head and shower as well. Moving up into the salon, you can see the helm seat is about a 1.5 seat affair, and on the port side is a dinette. And then moving aft, you can see one of the options in this boat is a hard back on the salon, so it encloses the space completely with a sliding glass door. Here's the cockpit, which with opposing settees, and makes it comfortable for multiple guests. So I think we're going to wrap this video up there. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at a boat that was a little bit less expensive than some of the brand new boats we've looked at. As I mentioned, next week we're going to take a look at a boat that ranges about high 170s to about 220, again for about a 40-foot boat. To do that, you have to go back to about 2005. These Sport Coupes we've been looking at this week range from about 2013 to about 2016. As I say, Regal stopped making the model about a year or two ago and replaced it with new models, some of which we've seen here on the channel. So, as always, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.